Hi, Ben here with Amtex Equipment. Next to me, it is the latest shipment of Dragon 3047. This unit is about to be shipped to one of our latest customers of Amtex Equipment in Northern California. Originally, this unit was started being presented to the market in November of 2010, and as per its arrival, she truly took the market by surprise as far as her capability of delivering pressure, suction, heat, of single all the way up to dual action. Now this unit has been around for almost 3.5 years now, and in the past 3.5 years we have received a lot of feedback from our customers helping us to provide the finest Dragon in our next productions. Now some of the changes we have done, we're going to start off from the front panel. If we can bring the camera closer to the front. The image of the Dragon is there, except we have kind of extended the front section of it to a lower panel to kind of give it more appealing look. And as far as some of the major changes that we have done, your thermostat and your burner switch used to be in the center. But after getting so much feedback from the customers on the field using these, it was kind of wise enough for us to be able to design for that thermostat and also your burner switch to be as far left, so that way you'll be able to replace them, service them, clean them, and what have you. Now right below it, the pressure regulator remains in the same spot. You do see in the front panel your choke handle, which is on the upper section, your throttle handle in the same original place. Now this design, it's kind of special type of design, and it's customized for our customer because he wanted the ability of having a freshwater pump hookup and also pump out. That's why if we bring the camera to the right side, you'll be able to see the type of drainage that normally we don't put out, but per his request we had to do a type of a T-section port for him to be able to tap into the gray water area right before the dump valve and be able to do the pump out. Of course, controlling the pump out by the toggle switch in the front, which is designated as pump out. Now as far as any other features, your upper section, the most beautiful type of gauge housing we ever done, it is the three-dimensional image of a Dragon's eyes to kind of catch the attention of bypassers and also provide you to stand up as far as on your job site. You'll be able to capture a lot of attention towards your machine, which in a lot of reports that we get from our customers, it does help them book more jobs because just the look of the machine. However, the feature of the eyes, the three-dimensional laser cut eyes, is the same thing, except like I said, your front panels have been dragged down to be able to just give it that more appealing look of a Dragon. To the far right is going to be your ignition, which as I turn the key on, you should be able to see the off and on light is on. That way you don't drain your battery, because once you turn the key on, your fuel solenoid stays on. So I'm going to go ahead and shut it off. Your temperature gauge is set up from 130 all the way up to 250. If you notice the little marking right here, we have set it a little bit past 250 in order, this is in case if the operator applied too much heat out of this unit. For safety, we went ahead and we're going to be doing a shutdown of the engine at 250 because for safety and also safety to the bystanders and what have you. Your chemical meter is it's a far right, which shows 0 to 5 gallon per hour acid injection or detergent injection, whatever you want to run to the machine. But if you follow to the left side, this is where the injector happens. Now, if you notice one of the methods that we have used building this system, it is the color coding all kind of hoses and wires for easy recognition. In other words, if we want to follow these hose, if it would have been all done in black, it would be kind of hard for the operator to be able to look at the other end of it. But if we go and search for black and purple stripe, we come to the right side, you'll be able to see where that hose ends up, which as you look is right here, which is going to end up to be behind your chemical meter. That way you'll be able to recognize it faster. Now when you're going to get this unit, this injector is off, which it takes either 1 1/4 inch wrench or just a crescent wrench to kind of remove it. For the safety and also for the safety of the machine, also to prevent any kind of damages done to this injector head. Normally the machine is shipped to you the way you see, with the injector head tied in inside. That way in a shipment you don't have anything, any kind of, you know, let's say an operator of a forklift in a shipping terminals damaging it. So once you get this machine, one of the first things you do, you want to be able to go ahead and put the injector cap back on. Like I say, you can either use 1/4 inch wrench or just a crescent wrench, and give it a type of snug type of, you know, feeling. Now another feature that we have added to the system is a thermal relief valve, which of course it comes with a long piece of hose. This to give the operator or the owner have an option of either running the discharge, fresh discharge of water of the thermal relief valve into the fresh tank that you're gonna have on board, in case if you want to have a freshwater tank, or you can simply either connect it to the recovery tank, or you can drill a hole of 3/4 inch through the floor, run it through the floor. That's in case if the pump head gets over 145 degrees, this little baby right here is going to act like a radiator, and because it is connected to the same cycle of your pressure regulator back and forth, she'll be able to detect the extra hot water and start spitting the hot water out, allowing the cold water to start entering into the pump to maintain the pump and protect it from burning. Now other areas, if we take a look, for example, your control box for your thermostat and burner is to the far left, like I said, but then again, all your wirings are color coded. Yellow is the power one. All you have to do is just follow it. You're going to end up to the back of the generator where your burner is connected. Again, just to kind of top up on this subject, we started using a North Star generator, which provides about 16 amp of electricity, which the burner that you have on the left, which is the North Star burner, one of the finest burner that we ever put on our machines, she uses about 5-point-some amp to kickstart, and as far as keep on running, she only needs 3-point-some amp. In other words, the remaining 10-some amp that's going to be left in the back of the generator, you'll be able to use to run your rotary machines or any kind of floodlight that you want to do for the properties without power. Now there is another cable here which is designated as dark blue. Then again, these are the major cables. This is your flow switch. So if we come all the way around, you can bring the camera up here, you'll be able to see the same wiring coming into your flow switch. This is the area that we know that might need repairs or replacements or attention. They're all color coded. So the blue and black that you see in the front is going to end up to be your flow switch, which is very accessible for you to be able to switch it with a new one. Let's go back to the front again. Now we're going to go to the bottom of the box. You're going to see orange and black cabling. Look. Again, if we follow this cabling, instead of reaching in and checking all of these areas, all you have to do is just come around and look for a cable that's a combination of orange and black, and it's your burner right here. And the final one, it will be your thermostat. Going back to the box, this other section that comes out of, that's your thermostat, which is designated as black and dark green. If we go around again where the flow switch was, you'll be able to notice it right between the machine and the tank. Here we go. That's where your thermostat is. Now, all of our dragons now, they come with a dripper valve, which we're gonna get to this. There'll be another video that we're gonna do showing you how to set up this machine prior to startup. But let's talk about a little bit more about this machine as far as the capability of it. It is powered just like the original 3047 with a Kohler Command 30, air-cooled, and your exhaust manifolds are carefully designed towards the left, joining all in the stainless steel parts, discharging the exhaust of the engine at the far bottom right, which is designated as engine exhaust. The center port, it is your blower exhaust. If we move back here and kind of follow it, It's a very unique and beautiful design of stainless steel, wide open MagnaFlow, moving over 528 CFM out of this big puppy, which is a 4.7 roost blower. The pump system, it is a clutch pump system, but it is a product, a combination of Hypro and Amtex product. It is a combination of a pump of 2345B-P and a 2359B-PY. In other words, we have built a 2345 Hypro pump equipped with a clutch and to be able to put 4.8 gallons per minute of water through the giant heater in the back by positively displacing the pressure into the heater and creating a manifold. That's how Dragon provides you dual action on 2 rotary extractors, 2 wands, and 2 towel and grout cleaners. Now, the whole entire construction of this machine, it is lifetime warranty, just like any other machine that we have. As far as tank, any kind of covers, any kind of paneling. So you do the original buyer of the product, it is covered under lifetime warranty. Coming to the tank of it, it is the same 106 gallon recovery tank with the exterior filter housing to the far left in the front, with the easy removable filter we're going to get to. And if you notice in here, your flow switch is set up way towards the top. By as you raise the flow switch, that means the top level of the water before shutdown is going to be about 90% of the recovery tank capacity. Now by putting this top back on, another thing that I want you to always pay attention, once you have this machine installed, you do have a stainless steel union up here. Before you do the final bolt on, if you look to the right side, there is 2 916 bolts, and towards the back of it, if you look in the tank, there's 2 more bolts, which again, they're nice. You use 916 range. There are 3/8 bolts. They use a 916 to remove them. But in order before do the final tie down, you want to make sure that your filtration box smoothly can be removed and replaced. In other words, you want to make sure that this stainless steel union is perfectly lined up, so that way once you tie the machine down, you'll be able to simply remove your filter, clean it every 40-50 hours, and simply put it back without fighting the union that's connected to the machine. Now, so far we have show off what she's about. Now there is another subject I need to add to this video, is what to do with this machine once you receive it before installation. There are a couple of areas that you have to disconnect, starting from the back. The original 4-gallon diesel seal on board. Once you drain the fuel tank, you should be able to simply disconnect the 2 lines from the bottom. Of course, after draining the diesel completely, if there's any remaining diesel in the tank, you either use a medium size flat screwdriver or size 8mm to take these 2 hoses off. There is 2 more areas that you need to disconnect and disengage the machine from its tank. It is your dripper valve, which right before the demonstration of power, I'll be able to show you how to set it, which that's a method you're going to use prior to first start of the system. However, in order to remove this hose, you use a 5/8 to hold the nipple here, and of course the end of this hose is this female swivel 3/8 GIC, which uses 11/16. There is 1 more area between the tank and the Dragon that needs to be disconnected, which is your float switch. If you notice, there is a orange and a black wiring come out of the tank, which all you got to do is just simply raise my hand here, be able to just disconnect it. That way you don't drag it and cut it. This is prior to installation, separating the tank from the machine. Now if we come to the far left, here's another guidance for you guys. How to, if you notice, there is a lot of area built up in here for installation technician. It's very simple. I'm about to demonstrate it for you, how to get to those bolts, even to do the drilling. It's very simple. By removing these 2 PVC 2-inch caps and also this regulator out of the way by simply unscrewing this. We're using the channel lock. You should be able to pull these two hoses out of the way, and also even moving your regulator assembly out of the way. Now you'll be able to drill straight down, doing the drilling and tapping the holes that you're going to need on the left side of the machine to secure it. Towards the back of it is very wide open. You'll be able to simply, by removing those two 3/8 bolts using a 9/16 wrench, you should be able to push in the hoses to the side, be able to do your drilling. Now this section of the machine is going to be towards the back wall. Let's say if we assume that this machine is going to be sitting on the side door of your Chevy, Ford, Dodge, Nissan, Toyota truck, or whatever you're going to be putting in, that back section of it is going to be the section where your gas tank on the cargo van is going to be. So as far as drilling through the back part of the van, where the back part of the Dragon is located, you want to make sure that you do use short drill bit. That way you do not accidentally drill into the gas tank below the frame. Now, again, coming around, one final subject I need to bring up. It would be a jumper hose that comes with every Dragon in order to get a good prime on the system, because you got that humongous size heater in the back with giant 1/2-inch coil and plenty of lines running back and forth. And because your heater is located up about, say, let's say 12-inch off the frame, and your water inlet, it will bring the camera, it is kind of to the far left at the bottom. Because of the gravity, some of this water do get drained out, which causes the gulp of air to go in and it gets trapped into the system. So when you're about to do your startup, that gulp system might get confused and start traveling around the system and preventing you from doing a good startup on the heater, because you want to get the whole entire system saturated with pressure and water for the flow switch on the right side of the heater to activate. That's why with every Dragon there is a jumper hose. Once you connect the water, which I'm about to show it to you in the next video, you connect to any of these pressure outlets. You connect your jumper hose in here, and by leaving the valve open and connecting the water, connecting the Dragon to a water source, you should be able to see it maybe in about a few seconds. The system is going to start coughing out all the air out of its line, get the whole machine saturated and ready for startup. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut the video short, because I want to be able to save time and post another video, show the baby in action. We had brought in turbo hybrid tile and grout cleaning, a Rotovac 360, and also we're going to be using a regular one, showing the machine its power, running all of these 3 tools. However, there are prior videos showing the capability of Dragon. Even in the early days, she's able to handle 2 of these tools at the same time. That's something that's been already posted on the internet for you to see. Again, like I said, I want to thank you for being with me today on this video, and I will see you in the next section of this video showing the power and performance of this baby. Until then, we'll see each other. Thank you.